Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic, gives you a dirty look, lies about you behind your back, or dismisses your hard work. Your first reaction? Probably anger, maybe confusion, maybe the overwhelming urge to defend yourself, to fight back, to prove something. But what if I told you, you never have to feel that way again? Yes, never. Never shaken by words, never disturbed by others, never trapped in their chaos. It might sound like fantasy, but this is exactly what the Stoics mastered. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they weren't superhuman. They were just like you, but they trained their minds so thoroughly that no insult, no slight, no external storm could disturb their inner peace. And today, you'll learn how to do the same. By the end of this video, you'll know how to stop reacting, how to rise above any negativity, and how to live as if no one, not a single person, has power over your emotions ever again. Let's begin. The illusion of control. Think about the last time you got angry. Was it because someone said something unfair? Did something disrespectful? Ignored you? Criticized you? What do all those things have in common? You had no control over them. That's the great misunderstanding we all fall into. We believe we can control how people behave. We think we can make them respect us, agree with us, understand us, but we can't. Not really. Epictetus said it best. There are things that are in our control and things that are not. And the moment you divide your world into these two categories, you unlock the key to peace. Your thoughts, your choices, your interpretations, your actions, your reactions, all within your control. What they say, what they do, what they think of you, whether they apologize, whether they change, whether they approve of you, none of that is yours to manage. So when someone disrespects you, don't fight for control where there is none. Ask instead, is this mine to govern? If not, let it go. Like wind passing through an open window. Let it pass. This is the beginning of real power. The pause that saves you. You don't have to react. Read that again. You don't have to react. Someone says something rude? Pause. Someone criticizes you unfairly? Pause. Someone embarrasses you in front of others? Pause. This tiny space, this pause, is your sanctuary. Because inside that pause is a decision. Will I hand over my peace to this person? Or will I keep it where it belongs, within me? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Your calmness, your refusal to stoop down, your silence is the most powerful response. And when you pause, breathe, and do nothing, you don't just win the moment, you become untouchable. The power of perception. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And it's true. Someone says something, but it's your interpretation of their words. That causes the pain. Was it an insult? Or were they just hurting themselves? Was it disrespect? Or just a reflection of their own insecurity? You get to decide what anything means. Because perception, like reaction, is always in your control. So when someone mocks you, don't rush to assign meaning. Pause and say, what else could this mean? Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they don't understand you. Maybe they're afraid. Maybe they're trying to get a reaction. But here's the secret. You don't need to figure them out. You only need to guard your mind. Reframe the insult. Strip it of power. Call it noise. And move on. Train your mind before the world does. The Stoics had a practice called negative visualization. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius would remind himself, "Today I will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Why would he do that? Because if you expect imperfection, you won't be surprised by it. If you prepare for people to disappoint you, their behavior loses its bite. This is mental armor, and it's stronger than anything the world can throw at you. So every morning, before you check your phone, before you go outside, tell yourself, today someone will try to upset me, but I will not be moved. And when they do, you won't be shocked. You'll be ready. You'll smile, and remain still inside. Respond with nothing. When someone throws anger at you, they expect fuel in return. They want fire. But what if you gave them nothing? No defense, no insult, no argument, no explanation, just silence. Or better, kindness. Imagine that someone explodes in rage, and you look at them and say nothing, or even offer compassion. That's real power, because your peace becomes unbreakable. Seneca taught that nothing disarms anger like indifference. So when provoked, don't react. Respond with calmness and walk away. Like a mountain unmoved by the wind, daily discipline builds inner strength. None of this happens overnight. You won't wake up tomorrow and be unshakable, but you can train. And like all training, it starts with small steps. Set aside 5 minutes each night. Reflect. Ask yourself, when did I feel disturbed today? What was I trying to control that wasn't mine? How could I have stayed calmer? Write it down. See the patterns. Relearn the lesson. And every day, you'll grow stronger, more centered, less reactive, more free. Because freedom isn't the absence of insult. It's the absence of disturbance. Within you, the only true control you'll ever need. You have one job. Protect your inner world. Not their words, not their moods, not their judgments, not their applause or their silence. None of it matters more than your peace. Marcus Aurelius said it clearly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you'll find strength. And that's all you need. Not to win every argument, not to change every critic's mind, not to fix everyone around you. Just this, to remain undisturbed, to respond instead of react, to walk away instead of explode, to understand instead of assume, to let go instead of cling. You see, we often believe that emotional strength is loud, that it fights, that it proves itself, that it never lets anything slide. But the Stoics knew better. Emotional strength is quiet, still, unshaken. It doesn't need to prove, because it understands its own worth. You are not what others think. You are not the insult they throw. You are not the judgment they speak. You are not even the reputation they try to destroy. You are your choices. You are your thoughts. You are the one who decides what enters your inner world and what is left at the door. If you want to be free, you must become a gatekeeper, detached from outcome. So much of our frustration comes from expectation. We do good and expect recognition. We're kind and expect kindness back. We give and expect gratitude. We love and expect to be loved. But as the Stoics taught, you are only responsible for the action, not the outcome. Do good because it's who you are. Be kind because it aligns with your values. Give because generosity is its own reward. Love because you choose to. What happens next is not in your control. And when you truly understand this, your suffering begins to dissolve. Someone ignores you after all you've done for them? Not in your control. Someone spreads lies about you? Not in your control. Someone takes advantage of your kindness? Not in your control. Your only job is to remain noble, not bitter, not petty, not reactive, because once you're detached from outcome, you can move through the world with peace, no longer held hostage by results, only committed to right action. Know your worth from within. Many people are disturbed because they let others decide how they should feel about themselves. A compliment lifts them, an insult destroys them, a like gives them worth. A rejection makes them crumble. This is emotional slavery, and the Stoic path is freedom from it. Your worth cannot be measured in other people's approval, because that approval can vanish in a second. Instead, turn inward. Know yourself deeply. Reflect daily. Ask yourself, was I just today? Was I kind? Did I live according to my values? If yes, then rest easy. You don't need their applause. If no, then adjust and try again tomorrow. You answer to yourself, not the noise of the crowd. And the moment you accept this, No insult will shake you again. Don't wish for peace. Become it. You say you want peace, but do you cultivate it? Do you protect it like something sacred? Or do you let every little thing enter your temple? The truth is, peace isn't something you stumble upon. Peace is something you build, brick by brick, choice by choice, reaction by reaction. And yes, you will be tested. People will cross you. They will disrespect you. They will misunderstand you, sometimes intentionally. But remember, you are not responsible for them. You are only responsible for how you carry yourself in that storm. So when it comes, be still. Choose silence. Choose grace. Choose restraint. Choose wisdom over impulse. Because each time you do, you lay one more stone in the foundation of your unshakable peace. Don't take it personally. It never was. This might be hard to accept, but most of what people do to you has nothing to do with you. Someone lashes out at you, they're likely hurting. Someone dismisses you, maybe they feel inferior. Someone betrays you, maybe they never had the courage to be honest. It feels personal, but it rarely is. When you internalize this, you stop absorbing their pain. You stop carrying what was never yours. You stop replaying the offense, and you start letting go. This is not weakness. This is power. Because the one who can walk away clean, walks away free. Build your fortress daily. This isn't just a mindset. It's a daily ritual, a sacred practice. Every day, you build your fortress with silence, with reflection, with patience, with conscious restraint. Every time you resist the urge to react, you strengthen the walls. Every time you choose grace over rage, you reinforce the gates. Every time you remind yourself, this is not mine to carry, you add another layer of inner freedom. The world won't stop testing you, but you won't need it to, because the storms may rage outside. But inside, you will have peace. In final reflection, no one can make you angry. No one can disturb your peace. No one can pull you into their storm unless you let them. You have the key. You always have. You just forgot. But now, you remember. The Stoics didn't just preach calm. They lived it. They faced death, exile, betrayal, mockery, and still chose peace. You can too. And if you forget again, just come back here. Remember this. You don't control the world. You control your response. You don't control what they say. You control what you believe. You don't control how they act. You control how you live. So live with strength. Live with stillness. Live like no one has power over your mind. Because no one does unless you give it to them. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs stillness, with someone who needs strength, with someone who's tired of being disturbed by everyone around them. This is the beginning of your unshakable life, your stoic life. See you in the next video.